Before you click off this video, I understand that topic of modesty is not something you want to hear, okay? I've been there. Whenever the topic of modesty came up, I was not trying to hear it. I turned off my ears, I turned off my brain. I was given, you don't get to tell me what I get to wear, okay? And I know that is how it feels, and that is what your brain wants to immediately go to, but just give me a second. Let me cook. Because I believe this message is so important for any person that calls himself a woman of God or is aspiring to be that strong woman of God. So go ahead and flip to 1 Timothy chapter 2 verses 9 and 10. It says, I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes. For women who claim to be devoted to God should make themselves attractive by the good things they do. So when you hear this, you're like, what are you talking about? I got my gold chain on, I got my earrings on, I got my cute little PJ set. What are you talking about? We shouldn't be known by our pearls and our expensive clothes and blah blah blah. But when I did a bit more research on this text, I realized that it is not just about what you're wearing and what you can and cannot wear. It's about your witness. We as women of God, we have so much impact on the world, it makes no sense. And I think that's what's so important. What I'm trying to get you guys to understand today is that your witness matters. Who you come in contact with on a daily basis and their perspective of you and that feeling they get from you when they meet you. Women are walking and living images of the church. The way people perceive us must go beyond our appearance. It shouldn't just stop at, oh yeah, that's the Maya girl. She stay coming fly to church. She stay putting that junk on. No, being a woman of God is a heavy title. It is an amazing title to have. It goes way beyond what we wear. I have some outfits going on right here that I want to show you guys as I'm explaining this to you, because I don't want to just rant about what you can and cannot wear. I want to also give you guys a little bit of inspo. My biggest dream since a little girl was to be a model. All I've wanted to do in my life is just to be a model. I love the idea of wearing something nice, and I love the idea of walking down that runway and just being in your own world and just feeling like a beautiful, empowered woman. But I feel like God has taken that word model and has switched it. He's saying, yeah, you want to be a model, but I want you to be a role model. As a woman of God, for younger women around your age or just your generation, I need you to show up as a role model for them. And that has given me a deeper meaning. It's not just, oh, I'm a model, I'm pretty, I'm the prettiest girl and I have all these clothes. No, deeper than that. Who are you deeper than just a model? And I'm starting to realize that the Lord is saying you are inspiring, you are passionate, you are wise, and it goes beyond just what you wear and how you like to show up physically. Something else I wanted to get into is women don't realize how freaking valuable we are. Let's jump into Ephesians and let's ask ourselves, how does the Lord view us, right? Ephesians chapter 5 verse 25 says, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. If we just sit on that real quick, the Lord is commanding husbands, men, to love your wife just as I, the Lord, love the church and gave himself up for the church. So that's just crazy. Like, if we just think about it, that's insane. That's insane. That is how valuable the Lord thinks that wives are, women are. We are so valuable that he is commanding husbands, men, to love us just as much as the Lord, loves the church. The church is the body of Christ. That is where we come to connect and love and get delivered and get freedom and get set. Like, all of this happens at the church. The Lord died for the church. That is how valuable we are in the Lord's eyes, that God is commanding husbands to love us with that much reverence, with that much love, with that much sincerity. That's crazy. That would have to mean that God sees that women are powerful and he wants us to show up as our best self, meaning that he don't want us to show up with our booties hanging out. How can we show up as strong women of God with our butts hanging out? That's a distraction. It's not because you don't look good. Yes, girl, you look good, but you need to look good for your man in the house. It's a time and place for everything. The Lord values us so much that he holds us to a standard of the church. We are so precious to him that he expects men to treat us as such. If you are coming across these men that aren't treating you like the godly woman you are, maybe it's time to reflect on how you are showing up. You have to ask yourself, I want a man of God. Am I the type of woman that a man of God would want? Am I showing up as the type of woman a man of God would want? And I'm not saying just change your clothing to fit a man's want and desire. That's not what I'm saying. But we are so precious and valuable to the Lord that he wants us to show up physically and emotionally and spiritually in a way that serves others, that wouldn't hurt our witness, that people will leave and say, not only was she fly, but she inspired me. Another thing about dressing a little bit more modest is that it kind of forces you to find your own style. We just wear what the internet is wearing. We wear what girls in high school are wearing. We just kind of fall into the world, right? When we take on modesty but still embrace our own fashion sense, it forces you to find your own style. It forces you to look at different people. I can't keep looking at Ari and Jada Wada on Instagram for fashion sense as a woman of God. No, I have to find somebody like Emmy, Jackie Hill Perry, Megan Ashley. I have to look at other people and see not only what they are feeding me, but how they are showing up. I just hope this was helpful, and I hope that these little outfits gave you some inspiration. I also make my own clothing brand, which is called Serene Clothing, and you guys can also get some of that if you want. You can click the link in my description below and sign up for our VIP family so you will be the first to know when we drop. I hope this was inspiring. As I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. I'm still trying to find my style and find how to glorify the Lord while also showing up as that woman of God. And also knowing that the Lord is with me at all times. And he don't want me, why would I be in the Lord's presence with all my titties hanging out? Why? Go in your closet, look at your clothes, and ask yourself, could I wear this to church? Could I wear this in the presence of God? Could I wear this in front of your favorite man of God, your favorite woman of God influencer? I love y'all. See y'all next week.